Welcome back to Storifide. In this episode, we will go over 3 more haunted objects that exist in real life. So stick around and we hope you enjoy. First, we will talk about Anna Baker's wedding dress. Elias Baker set out to have the Baker Mansion built in 1845. But problems arose and there were delays that held the project back, and it was ultimately completed in 1849. The mansion would end up being 3 stories with 28 rooms. In 1854, his daughter Anna would visit her father at the Allegheny Furnace. It's a business that her father owned, and there she supposedly met and fell in love with a steelworker. This romance would have been frowned upon by her father, and Anna knew that her father would strictly prohibit the relationship with one of his employees. So Anna would hide the relationship from her father for years, secretly seeing each other whenever possible and passing notes along to each other. They were a couple in love and planned to be married. Anna even picked out her wedding dress and made plans to leave after her wedding so that she would be away from her father, whom she knew would be angry. He would, no doubt, find out about the wedding and the fact that they had been seeing each other behind his back, so leaving the state after the wedding seemed to be the best to avoid her father's anger. However, Elias found out about the relationship before the wedding would take place from one of his other employees, and of course, fired Anna's secret love on the spot. He also threatened the man with death should he ever return to the area. He would go on to tell Anna that he knew about the relationship and tell her what he had done. It was said that he then went through all of Anna's belongings at the house and found some of the letters and burned them all in the fireplace. His reasonings for this were the fact that A, it was one of his employees, and B, she couldn't marry him because he was poor. She was obviously extremely heartbroken and would fall into a state of depression. For years, she didn't want to speak to anyone and would hardly eat anything. Her father then passed away in 1864, and with her father's passing, she could now seek out her former love and they could finally be together. Unfortunately for Anna, when she did finally find him, he was already married and had a family with someone else. She fell deeper into depression and distanced herself from everyone, and some say she had locked herself away on the 3rd floor from there on out. Some of the maids claimed that sometimes they would see her dancing with the wedding dress through the window from outside, and crying would also be heard echoing down the hallway from her room. But she never did marry anyone and would eventually die with a heavy heart over her lost love. Now, the Blair County Historical Society purchased the Baker Mansion in 1974 and converted the property into a museum, and this is when the ghostly sightings and hauntings began to be reported. A grief-stricken Anna is said to have been determined to claim back her dress after death. Numerous visitors have claimed to see the dress move in its case, sometimes shaking violently. Some visitors have also reported seeing the glass case itself that the dress is in move while they were in the room. Now, this place supposedly has other ghosts roaming through its halls, but we won't get into those in this particular video, just the dress. But the Historical Society decided to conduct their own study into the reasons why the wedding dress never remained still, and concluded that after hidden cameras picked up obvious and deliberate movement while no one else was in the room, that Anna Baker's spirit lives on, and she has come to reclaim her dress. Now, we can't say for sure if any of these claims are true, but we will let you decide. Let us know in the comments what you think. And for the second one, we have featured at least 4 dolls that are supposedly haunted or cursed in some of our other videos, but in this one, we have yet another doll. This one is known as Letta. Letta is an old gypsy doll that is said to be over 200 years old and was found by Kerry Walton underneath an abandoned home in 1972 when he visited Wagga Wagga, Australia. Now, for those of you that may not know, Wagga Wagga is located midway between the two largest cities in Australia, Sydney and Melbourne. Its name is an Aboriginal word meaning many crows, in reference to the birds that frequent the area. Walton named the doll Letta Me Out because of its supposedly supernatural characteristics and because of its apparent European gypsy heritage. It's also said that the doll occasionally screams, "Letta me out." Letta Me Out, or Letta for short, is said to be made of carved wood and real human hair. Walton claims that people have seen the doll move in front of them, and that the doll has left visible scuff marks around the house. It's said to move on its own and can also shift household objects. Walton's children had complained of nightmares occurring, and one night they woke up screaming that Letta was talking and moving around on its own. Letta is said to be one of Australia's most haunted objects and has been linked to many strange occurrences. Psychics have examined the doll over the years and believe it was made for a little boy who drowned. Letta Me Out has his own Facebook page, and I will leave a link in the description below if you want to catch up on Letta through Facebook. And lastly, we bring you the Myrtle's Plantation Mirror. Myrtle's Plantation sits in St. Francisville, Louisiana. In the grand hallway, there is an antique mirror just outside of the dining room. It supposedly holds the spirit of Sarah Woodruff and two of her children. The visitors report seeing Woodruff's children in the mirror near the room where they were supposedly poisoned. One researcher noted that each time that the mirror is replaced or resilvered, the same handprint will reappear on it. Some people have claimed to see a face, children's fingerprints, and claw marks on the mirror. They say that the face they see is Sarah and the fingerprints belong to her children. The claw marks are said to be from Sarah trying to get out of the mirror. And to top it all off, it doesn't even have to be that particular mirror. These images are said to be seen in any mirror placed in the exact spot as the original mirror. And in 1975, the owner of the plantation reported that he was almost killed when the mirror flew 20 feet off the wall, hitting his head. Now, I won't get into the house itself in this video. Today, I just wanted to let you all know about the mirror in the house as our third haunted object. However, Myrtle's Plantation itself is considered one of America's most haunted homes. The plantation is supposedly home to at least 12 ghosts, and that is what we'll dive into next week. So we hope you come back to hear more about this place in next week's episode. And if you like this type of content, please hit the like button. And if you're brand new here, we would love for you to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you can be notified when we upload new content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.